Okay, so that is a good news for you guys. So I have been working on a site for a couple of actually month, even you can say years, because this is my all experience I put there where I actually learn and for job interview and everything. So I create a site for you guys. So
Mm-hmm.
that is a reference. You guys, I'm giving the link. This one I created. So almost everything what you will be need for this course and SDET role and programming language, whatever we will doing. So you will find here. And another thing, here are lots of interview questions. These interview questions more than enough because I will be facing these things. So I know the exactly these 100 interview question related Java. And here there's some Selenium related question. They frequently ask those things. I put those things. And this is important, very important. Coding problem. So in every interview, they will give you some coding challenge. So I will be working on it, and it will be very good one. So
Mm-hmm.
still working on it. And here, if you go there, Java I completed already. So if you click on Java, so all Java tutorials are here. So giving example, just like Java introduction. So you will see everything is here. So it is consolidating for my knowledge, books and website, what I was actually, I was getting information from there. So everything I put it there. So you guys just don't do anything. Go here and read it. That is your assignment. So you guys have to read it beside this class from here. Okay.
Okay.
And here everything you will find Java control all. So start with Java. I will start in Java in upcoming weeks. So in the meantime, just go through it. Even JavaScript, Playwright, everything is here. Here, if you go Playwright, you will see everything Playwright. The most important topics, and it is comprehensive and example based. Then that is important to Ashraf, the CI/CD pipeline. I actually ask Ashraf, go through it, and I will take class when we will come to this point. But in the meantime, if you guys go through it, you will understand a little bit. It's better. You got it?
Okay. I got it.
Ashraf, you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, that is CI/CD integration. So
Because two people called off today. They're nothing if they don't like it. So I like to question there. What's wrong with that?
So I'm giving this side link. So try to open, and that is your actually reference point. So all kind of a study, you guys can all kind of reference help and everything. So read from here. If you don't understand anything, ask me, do Google, Chat GPT, then your knowledge will be growing.
All right.
Okay, so I'm putting in the chat this link. And I also add the videos and everything here. So, okay. Got it
You got it.
in the chat?
Yes, we got in the chat.
Okay. So today we'll be going through the application architecture. It is very important thing. The concept, it will be conceptual mostly, but you have to understand the thing. So So that was, the application, right? The most application we are working on these days, all application. What kind of application we are working? Anybody idea? Anybody has idea about this? So the application we are seeing or working or use, this application is what kind of application? Application means computer program, right? So it's called web application. The application we are using these days, all 99, I am talking about the commercial application. all are web-based application. Web-based application means there should be three parts. So first one we call client side. Second part is real application. We actually called backend, or we actually call it middleware apps, or server side application. Is server side, is client side. And what else? The database. There is a three part always. This called client. This called server. And this called DB, database. Okay, so anybody can give you any example? What is client? Ashraf, you can give to me.
Client client is front end user.
Not user.
Front end.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah. One second. So client is front end. Front end means what? Front end means browser, right? As example. So client means what? Client means it could be browser. What else? It could be mobile app.
Yeah.
So browser and mobile app. These are two mostly familiar client, right? So, and any other front end software could be client app, mobile app. So, what is happening here? And this one, the application. This one means the program, what we write in Java, then Node.js, Python. That is actually logical. That is main program that give a decision logic, and it can retrieve data. Okay, so how it is working? So client is, I said, browser and apps. So this is my browser. So in browser, suppose it is a browser of, as an example, think this is actually it doesn't have data, so still I'm showing. Or just think about Amazon, or think about this one. Okay, this is my client. This is a browser, right? So in browser, what I have to put? I have to put, what is this? You guys have to understand and know what is this. This is called domain name, right? It's called domain name. So every client talk to the server using the domain name. The domain name is nothing but IP address. IP address, suppose my domain name, okay, I'm giving example, you will understand. If we write amazon.com, www, it goes to Amazon. Simple. So, do you know Amazon has a real IP address? This domain name is wrapper of the IP address. So, if we search in the Google, the IP address of Amazon, it should give the IP address, Amazon domains IP address, but somehow it didn't. It should be, you will find anyway. Maybe easy. What is the IP address of Amazon? So it's eto according to the domain. Okay, let me try. If we hit it, just I'm trying. It goes to LinkedIn or somewhere. Okay, fine. So just give you basic idea. So this domain name, under this domain name, there is IP address. IP address is nothing but like this. So this is my domain name. So underneath this domain name, there is a number like this, 1, 2, something, something like this. Like this as example. That is my IP address, IP. Anybody can tell me what is this IP address for? What does it mean?
To identify you as a
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So these IP address actually the address of the server, this server,
Oh.
this server's location in the internet. So this IP address is nothing but server of my application. This is my application, but it is, I see it in the browser, but this application is not in my computer. This application where? Somewhere else, right? That is logical, right? I am searching, it's 15 minutes take, so I see the page, but this application is not my computer, it is somewhere else hosted. So this domain name and IP address actually represent the server. So my application, this application is hosted here, that is a server, and all coding and everything installed in the server, that is a server. Okay, so whenever we hit in the browser the IP address or the domain name, so here think like this is nothing. First of all, it should be blank. So whenever we hit it, type something, domain name, and hit it, so it goes to the server. How can we see it? I'll show you. If you go to inspect, then if you go to network, then you can see the network things, how is it working. So if you click on, because it doesn't have any database, that's why you're not seeing, but normally any application we can see like this. I will show you that it, like any other application, if you go like st.com or something, just any e-commerce site. Okay, this is a good site. So that is the application. If we check the inspect, then we'll see the server things kind of. Okay, go to network, clean it up. Okay, so now that is their site. If you click on sign in, you see some come up. This window come up for signing in, where it's come from actually. It is come from their server. Look, it is coming from here. If we go there exactly, we'll see their endpoint or something. Join new. Yeah, login. Yeah, something like that. Just think about this. These things come from actually server. How do you know? Yeah, look, see. There should be exact one. The URL analysis, contract, something. Yeah, post. Yeah, this request, when we click in the sign in, this request goes to the server and server actually send back some information. We are not seeing the information here. That is blocked. But in our application, we will see it. I think that one. Yeah. Okay, fine. I got it. So do it again. It will be clear then. That is the application. Application means client side. Client side doesn't have anything. It just displaying the things come from the server. The client side only request. So I am not requesting anything right now, so I will see the request, how request is going through. So how can you go it? How can you see it? Just in your Chrome browser, press inspect. Then you will see the server and client communication. So if you press on network, you will see the network. Network means how your client, means this browser, talk to the backend server. Backend server is not where, not here. Backend server is maybe in different state and different country. Okay. So now I will send a request. How can I send a request? Click on sign in means I am requesting for sign in option. So who will provide this sign in option? Server. So click on sign in. The sign in option is given. This one through who? Server. Look, this is the request. So inside request, what we will see? You will see there is a request endpoint. There is a request endpoint. This request endpoint is kind of, I just draw the picture over there. Where is it? Like this. So this request, whenever I put a click on sign in, it hit the server. That is their server. It hit it. Okay, go here again. How it hit it? You see, it's called request URL. It's a IP address actually. So it's using a URL. So my client is browser hitting the server, actually asking for something. What is asking for? Asking for giving me sign in option. So it is hitting through URL. URL means what? That's request, right? It's a request. It's called request. You guys can write it down or you guys can watch the video later. So request. So I am sending a request. Not I am actually, this client application sending a request through the URL to the server. So there are lots of things you guys have to familiar with this, but now don't need to understand. Here a request URL, this is called URL. Then the method name is post. Then it is successfully actually hit the server and server send the response. That's why showing 200. If it is not hit, server is down or server didn't actually return anything, it would be 500, this kind of things. So that is authentication cookies, and somewhere there should be authentication token and something, lots of things. You guys don't need to understand, just only we need to understand this one. The request I am sending where? To the server, and what I will get from the server? I get 200. 200 is the success code. And what the method I used? It was the post. So whenever I send this request to this server, so what this server will do? This server will do a response. This server, this is the response. Look, this server send the website, send this website, the browser. Here is not website, I am sending the browser. So the server send those information, every information to the browser. Okay, what server send, you will understand. Something here, their information, what needed for the sign-in things. So it's happened like this. The browser, I put the URL here, and this URL actually the location of this server. So URL send a specific request to the server. So request is going through like this with method. Method is called get. It's called get post. I just write it down here. Let me do one thing. Yeah, request is get, then post. These are two main method to client to server, how client and server talk. Post, then one is put, and one is delete. So here, like this. So if you go here, what type of method it was? client send, client actually hit the URL where server is located, then client send a post method here, post request, and there should be post body. I didn't find it. I will find it later, maybe here under somewhere. And you see that is the IP address actually. These represent this location, this domain name and IP address, same thing. If you hit with this, you will hit their server too. So this domain name means their IP address. This domain name actually wrapped up their IP address. So just remember, client need to talk to server for data based on users' need, and server response client's request and send back the data. So this should be clear, everyone. On a high level. So in the browser, I send the request to the server, and server got the request, and server needs some data. So server go to the database, access the data, get the data from the database here, and server process the data and send back to the browser. And browser just display the data. Browser doesn't do anything. Browser just display the data here. So you guys understand till now? Just I'm not saying the 100% things, but the way the process is actually happening, you understand, right? I'm going in deep a little bit, but till now you guys understand. Any question? Atik, you understand?
Yes, we understand, but my question is that what's the main topic? Like, what are we working on today? You're just giving us the overview of how website and
I'm
stuff
going this
work.
point. So what we'll do actually, we'll develop the application, and we are working in the deploying phase. We are not, SDET will be not developing the application. SDET has to understand the structure of the application, right?
Yes, okay.
Okay, so why I'm saying this and why it is the most important thing, why you need to understand these things. So how the application is working on. If you don't understand how application is working, how can you actually validate the application, right?
So basically, in the drawing, you're saying us as a concept, you're showing us as a concept.
I am not showing the concept. I am showing the application, how application is working on.
Working basically, yes.
Any
Operation.
application,
Sure.
right? In real life, okay, I show the real life application, how it is working. So in real life application, the application should be three part: client side application,
Server
server
and
side
database.
application, and backend.
Database.
Backend means database. So in the client side application, it is a browser, right? Simple browser. Not client side application is a browser. Client side application run on the browser. So we develop client side application using, if you go to the client side application, if you press on view source page, you will see this is the code. It's not 100% code. It is just HTML and this kind of things. So client-side application is built on HTML. These are HTML code, and JavaScript code. These are JavaScript code. Only JavaScript and HTML and CSS. This design and everything actually created this type of things and created through CSS. So HTML, CSS, and under script, there should be the JavaScript code. So these application front end actually created by HTML is, I can write here. So I give this note. It is very important. Just stay. You don't need to understand 100%. Just follow me. So their method, API method, so HTTP method.
Twin.
Yeah.
Let me say something just to see like if I am on a right path.
Yeah.
Because I was so we are just learning a client like browser or mobile app like a front end how to communicate with server, right? That's what we're learning. like how a client in a mobile app or front end talk with like something like Spring Boot, like backend to each other, and that process, so that
Yeah. So the application, right? Any application, right,
yeah.
has three parts. So client side, server side, and database side, right?
Mhm.
So everybody is talking each other through what? IP address or URL, right? URL. That is the fundamental of these things. But you have to understand the application has three parts.
Right.
So what is these three parts? I just removed this one. One is client side, client, server, and one is database. So client is what? Client is browser. Whatever. Then server is logic or main program. And database, data, stored data. So client use what? We develop client-side application using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Normally React, because you know, you guys have to, don't learn it, you have to know the React, what React we are using and what actually React is doing. React or Angular. These two are most famous front-end framework. Okay, fine. Okay. And here in the server side, Java, Node.js,
Python.
Python. And store data where? So everybody knows Oracle, right? Then MS, Microsoft, SQL Server, then MySQL, lots of things. Those are the database name actually. Then these days more, then Postgres. So then another thing, in NoSQL, MongoDB. Then DynamoDB in AWS. Those are non-SQL, DB. DynamoDB, okay. So just understand, right? This is one technology, this is one technology, and this is one technology. The three technologies. So in these three technology and three component create one application. That is my point to talk this much things. You
Got
understand?
it.
So one application, this is actually application. One application, without this three part, there is no application in the world for job and any commercial application, enterprise application. Now think about your application, your favorite application. Think about Facebook. Now think about Amazon. Now think about Citibank or Bank of America, what you are using. Look, suppose think about Bank of America. So in Bank of America, if you go www Bank of America, you will hit the client because you go to the browser first, then you type the URL like this, you type the URL, you go your browser, then type what? URL www Bank of America. Bank of America. So You typed it. Then just think yourself visually. Then what happened? When you type Bank of America,
It goes to the server.
it goes to the server, and server get the request and give you the logging information fast, because it is defined there. Whenever everybody is asking for or whatever, like city, okay, city, ci.com, okay, city. So if I click on city, look, what this data, you see, it took a couple of seconds to come up. That means when I hit city.com, here city.com in the browser, this IP address, domain name hit in the city server, here city server. So city server knows when some request come to my server, my application, what I have to return. City return, city logo, then here these things, then sign in option, then some advertisement, all those options, server return to the client. And where server get those data? Suppose this card, where server got it, like this card, this information, somewhere the
From database.
information. Yeah, server got the data from the database. So same thing I explain here. Where in my here. Same thing I explain here. Suppose browser, I enter city.com. Is it the server? City server. City server is looking for the client's request, the what type of request client did. Then it goes to the data, asks database to send me the data. Then database give the data, and in the server, it consolidated all the data logically and whatever actually program wrote. So it return the data to the client, then we can see the final result. Same thing like sign in. Now I need to sign in. Whenever I put sign in option, look, these things is very important, guys. You have to understand. If you don't understand again and again, you have to be clear from there, this thing. So I am not developing the application. I am showing you how application is working. So here, if I put the username and password here, suppose here I put a username TTTT, okay, and here I put something 345, okay. Look, clear everything. So till now, I didn't send any request to the server. It is the browser in my client application. Whenever I actually click on sign on, you see lots of requests going through the actually going. Lots of requests. So among those requests, there is one particular request that actually goes to the server. I think this one, or I have to find it out. So maybe somewhere else. So it's work like this. So whenever I click on sign in, exactly this kind of request goes to the server, and server validate the username is good or not, it is authentic or not authentic. This Citibank server actually validate these things and return back this user is not authorized kind of things. You understand? Like I send a request, sign in request to the server, and server asks database, look, this data, this username and password come to me, and I send it to you. Give the relative data to me so that I can validate. Then database give the data to server, and server actually validate those things. The username and password is valid or not. If it is not a valid password or username, it comes to the browser front end, client side, and client side see the message there. This your password and user is not not matched or not authorized. Understand? You guys have to talk. You guys have to clearly talk. I am not going from here to in another topics. If you don't understand, to ask me question.
I understand the idea how the application is work.
It is not an idea, it is a concept, and it is the actually not concept, the way we build the application. And who else? Ashraf? Ashraf, are you there?
Good. I'm good. Dilvish.
Yeah. So,
Or
who is anybody? Okay. Now I am giving you a very simple application. You will understand clearly what I am saying. So, suppose this is my excuse me. That the application or that the site, it is not application. Anybody can tell me why it is not application? Show me, can Ashraf. I expect a right answer from you guys.
Because it doesn't have a database.
And logic, right?
Yeah.
Logic, yeah. Because it is a simple website. It is just going to the server and return the data. Is not the database data. It is actually text format or topics, this kind of things. We wrote those what is this text inside the program. That's why we don't need any database. Okay, because it doesn't have any database, that's why. And it is not a interactive because it doesn't have any brain. It can calculate anything. It can give the decision. It just give what actually I put here. I put the some note. Whenever I asking those things, server return those things. But it can calculate. It can, if here is an option here and I put the interactive programming things, you guys can write down program and these things actually return the result, then we need the server side things. We need the database also. Then it would be full application. But it is not an application, it is a website. We can say website. Okay. If this is a website, it must need it hosted, right? Otherwise, you guys can access it through browser. It is clear. If I put this website in my computer, you guys can access it?
No.
Nobody can access it. That means like this, I created this website, make it clear. Yesterday I created this website. Okay, it is in my computer. I asked Shomik, so can you go to my website? Shomik can go to my website?
No.
No, right?
No.
So
No, we can't.
what I need? I need a server.
You need a domain.
No, domain is okay. You
Hosted
can,
domain.
yeah, you can. No, just this concept hosted domain and forget about this. Just think about the
Okay.
server because they actually give us server, not hosted
Mhm.
domain, and these people are actually giving us server, right?
Okay.
So yesterday, suppose I created my site and asked Shomik or Ashraf, whoever, okay, I create a website, I create an application, okay, access it. And I bought also a domain name. I bought also a domain name like 15 minutes take or something. And I give the domain name to Shomik also. Can Shomik access it? It is still in my computer. You can't, right?
No.
You cannot.
Nobody can do it. So what I need? I need a server. Why I need a server? Because this server is accessible through the IP address. Just remember it, then everything, you don't need to understand anything. So server, you need a computer where you can access the computer using the IP address or domain name. And this server is a computer. This computer will be running 24 hours, 7 day, whatever, doesn't matter. It will not, what is this, down. So it will be running 24 hours and your program will be continuously running there. So if I put my program in my computer and if I shut down my computer, that is gone. Nobody can access it. Even it is not accessible through any IP address. So server gives two things. Your program will be running here 24 hours, no matter what, because there is a technology. If it is Java-based program, they have all Java runner array, everything, so that your program is always up and running. Number one thing. And number two things, it is accessible through a domain name. Domain name is nothing but IP address. IP address. IP address. So last night I created that one. You guys didn't access. You can access through the IP address or domain name. So to this morning I deploy. I actually put my application to here
in a server.
In a server. Then I ask Shomi, Kashraf, everybody, guys, this is my domain name or IP address called 50 www 15 minutes my .com, whatever. Try to access it. So you guys open your browser, it is your client, and put www my website name, hit it, it goes to the server, and server return all the information to your browser. It should be clear, everybody, right?
Yes.
Give you example. This on my site I create. Okay, fine. It is my computer. So I buy a remote server like call Netlify or something. Netlify, I think. Netlify. Netlify. Okay, now you 100% you should understand. Otherwise, I had to narrow it down. Okay, now it's clear. Look, this is my site here. It was in my computer. It's local computer. Nowhere else. So if you search in your browser 15minutes.tech, you can access it because it is my computer. Then what I did, I actually hosted it in here. So it is a computer actually. So in hosted their server. I hosted their server like project. Under the project, I hosted their look, build and everything is there. I hosted their server is called netlify.com. So they actually gave me a computer, virtual computer. I actually hosted my program there. Then you guys can access it. Simple, right? You understand? Question me. Shomik, you understand?
I do.
You do. So Ashraf?
Yeah.
You understand, right? Okay, if you understand this time, forget about everything. Just remember this. I told you lots of things. I think Atik and Wasim little bit behind, but you will understand clearly. So just remember these things. One application has three part: client plus server plus DB. 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 These two things are remote normally, and these things are in your computer. It's called browser. All application are like this. Just make to try to mapping all the application you are using in your real life browser. Think about Facebook. In your browser, this is your browser. You type www.facebook.com, it hit the Facebook server. The Facebook main application here actually, not in your computer. Facebook is not in your computer. Facebook in Facebook server, right? Facebook data house or lots of things. Facebook server. So in your browser, you type something, it goes to Facebook server. And Facebook server has their database in their network. Facebook get your all data and return those data to your browser. Then you will see Facebook, something like that, your Facebook account. Same like Amazon. In browser, if you write amazon.com, it goes to Amazon. Amazon actually get data from their database in their network and get all the information and send back to you. right? This is the structure of web application. Very, very common, and it is the, what is this? It is the universal application structure. I'll show you some. I actually saved somewhere, maybe. Yeah, here. Look, this is the application. They actually write lots of things. I already talked to this, so don't need to go through this. This is your laptop, and this is the server, maybe Facebook, Amazon, Bank of America. So in your laptop, you send a request or suppose you are in Facebook. So you type www.facebook.com, request goes to server, and server returns HTML, CSS, and JS, means these things. You see what? These things. Every page is built on these things. So server returns those things, and you will see it. If you go to the view, page source, you will see the code. This is the HTML. This is the Java, and somewhere CSS also there. Yeah, this is CSS design part. Even if you click on inspect, you will see the CSS things. Yeah, this is that CSS. CSS means your page design, color, whatever, those type of information. So where is it? So your laptop, from your laptop, you send a request to the server, you get the result, and in the page, in the browser, you are seeing the Facebook page. Same thing for Amazon. Okay, you should understand. Just try to understand very high level, not in depth. You don't need right now. Same thing. That is a little bit complex. I think it is not actually right time to go through it, but I'm just giving one example. This is modern application that was actually old application. Old application was working like this. Like 10 years, 20 years ago, the application we use is still those type of application is there. Even currently, lots of application are like this. Request sent to server, and server give whole HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That means the page we see always refreshed. Server give a new data to the browser, and browser refresh our data and display all the data. So it's working like this. The request goes to server, and server gives all those required design information to accurate with data and design. Server send back to us, and the browser is loaded those things. That is old technology. And in the new technology, like React and Angular, what they does in the portion, suppose if you not see it, I just make it big. Like this is a page website here, and this website here is the login option. I showed you already in the city login option. So in modern React based application, when I send my login information to the server like this, it goes to the server first request. And parallelly, I send another request is called Ajax. So when I send this request, server notified J, only this portion I need to refresh, not whole page. Then server doesn't send all those HTML, CSS, JS as a response. Server just give us the data through the Ajax. So it is little complex. You don't need to understand. Just I give a information. Because in interview, people will be asking what is single page application. It's called single page application. It's like React based application and Angular based application. Those application actually not refresh whole page. It actually refresh the data, and the portion you need, the suppose in the login section is need to refresh it. Refresh the login section is like a component. In the single page application, we create one page and we create lots of component. It just update the component. That is uh, the high level logic of single page. Then I already went through this one. It is more what is this? The application architect. So this architect is called monolithic architect. So as far as I know, the web application things here, web application, I told you, it is like here, client, server, and database. C, server, and database. So where is my picture? Same thing they described. Are you see the image here? Or do I need to make it bigger? Are you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, you can see it. So look, same architecture, they gave it more professional way or fancy way. See, this is you. Like this is Ashraf, Shomik, and this is like me. Okay. All are forget about load balancer. You don't need to understand load balancer right now. We all are in the browser, our browser. And we all are hitting Amazon.com. Look, e-commerce site, and we hit it. And everybody get our response from the Amazon to our browser. So load balancer means everybody hit at a time. So how can it handle? So load balancer can handle. Load balancer actually maintain those things. Don't worry about this. So this type of architecture and server takes data from the database. So this kind of architecture we call monolithic architecture. Monolithic architecture means what? In the server side, we write a program. This is Java program, or maybe Python, or maybe this one actually, whatever. Think like Java. It is a Java application. Or PSP. I think they created it in based on PSP. Okay, that is server side application. So this is one component. Look, app UI. Then product catalog. You should at least you should understand it's a function, right? It do something. App UI. Product catalog. What product catalog do? Tell me one more. This is not a technical question, just a common sense question. Product catalog.
Product catalog means like in Amazon, you saw like different products.
Yeah.
So all the different products that you get,
Okay.
different kind of products.
Exactly. So now think about technically. Suppose I write a application, Java-based application. I have a component. I have a like function, right? It's called product catalog. So product catalog do what? Whenever you send, suppose you ask a product, you search. Where you search? In the Amazon search, in the search box, you ask a book like Java book. So Java books, when you search it, like this. When you search it, Java book in your browser, in Amazon, right?
It's search in the database.
It goes to the product catalog. Product catalog search this data in the database and return the data, get it here, and send back to you, right? This is the simple workflow, right? Wasim and Atik, I actually want to make sure you guys understand like 30-40% is fine for me.
I understand this thing 100%.
Okay, very good then. Very good. And Wasim?
Yes, I'm with you here.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm with you.
yeah. So then why I'm on? So these things you understand, this is a program. And here the big point is all those program. Think about this is one program, this is one program, this is one program, this is one program. Just think program. This is one program. Or think this is a function. How many functions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These all functions are in the same class.
Server.
Server, forget about server right now. We put class in the server, right? So just think about the class because we will be writing the program later, right? We are not writing program right now. Just think about, I'm going to one here. Okay. I'm just mentioning like this. So class means CL AWS. Class is nothing but something big, something like this. In class, I'm saying there is a app function, app UI. In the program, it is like this. Product, that's search or something, catalog, order tracking, and so on and so forth. Order tracking like this. And what else? Then shopping cart. So they design this program like this. One class.
One thing is missing, inventory.
Okay, yeah. So inventory management. Okay. So that is a class, and inside class there are a couple of logic, function, whatever method you can tell. They programmatically they write their program like this. They develop their application like this. That is a class. Suppose
And these are object, right?
I'm not going for object and nothing. So I mean,
Okay, just class. Okay.
Just put Amazon. So inside Amazon, they actually create their component, and those are the program, Java program. So it is like this. So e-commerce, forget about e-commerce. Things like instead of e-commerce, here is Amazon class, and inside this class, all those functionality they put as a method or function, and all those things are in the same class. So when you create like this, all your logic in the same class on the same program, just think about class, all your logic in the same class, and you actually deploy the class inside server. Server is a machine and class is a program, right? So whenever you write your all logic of your program inside the same class, is called monolithic architecture. Monolithic architecture means that is a one class, simple one class, and these are the method, like function. Okay, I'm talking about function. Let's think about function. Function means the program can do something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 function. So in the monolithic architecture, the problem is if any of these function fail, right?
Everything.
Total application will be failed. Suppose product catalog is failing. So all users can access this application. Suppose app UI, inventory management, shopping cart, order tracking, everything is working fine, right? But somehow some code changes in product catalog and product catalog down. Product catalog is not working properly. That means all of your application, total application, this is your server will be down. Or server will give you the wrong information. Actually, it will be down. We said application crash. Your application crash because your product catalog is not working, because product catalog is one of your function here. So one class, one of function fails means total class will be failing, not working. Is things like this. So to avoid this kind of situation in modern world, on modern technology, we actually implement, remember it guys, so every function is in the same class and this is actually in the same server. So to avoid this kind of situation and limitation, actually we designed microservices. So today's goal is actually to give you the idea of microservices, because all projects are microservices based. So you got the difference between two pictures. What is the difference? Can anybody tell me? I'm just putting side by side. Okay, who is experienced here? Ashraf, tell me the difference. Or Shomik you can, but Ashraf, Ashraf?
Which one? Twin Bhai?
Yeah, Ashraf. Tell me the
Yes.
tell me the difference. You heard the previous topics? We talk about the monolithic things.
Yes, yes. So
So what is
this is
monolithic architecture? Tell me, because it is interactive class. You guys have to understand everything. So monolithic architecture, what?
this is the there are three component contain three component. One is the
No, just give me the. No, you don't need to give
U,
example. Just tell me the what is the best.
UI and the business logic and the database.
No, Ashraf, that is web-based application, right? Web-based
Yeah.
application has three parts, right?
Okay.
All application has web-based application these days. In web application, there is two types of application we develop. Okay, so you guys is still confused. That is the application architecture, web application, web application.
Okay.
That is web application architecture. So it has client, it has server, it has database. So
Okay.
that is the type, the application architecture. So when we develop, we follow two way to develop this application. So one is monolithic, one is microservices. So when we design this server, only
Uh-huh.
for this server, when we design this server, we actually follow two strategies. Actually, three. I'll tell another one a little bit later. Two strategies we follow. One is monolithic. How to explain monolithic? Monolithic. Monolithic,
Another microservice.
microservices. And another, what? Ashraf, you should know.
Microservices.
AWS Lambda.
AWS Lambda. Okay.
Okay.
What is the difference between the?
I'm going. Just follow me.
Okay.
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 But this portion, everybody should understand. Clear. A web application has three parts: client, server, database.
Okay,
But
I
okay,
have one question.
yeah.
Okay, the way you teach us the monolithic architecture, I completely understand that concept, like what you taught us. But I don't understand right now because you didn't teach us. So microservices. Can you explain the way you explain it?
Exactly. I am going to microservices right now.
Okay, thank you.
You understand? So I'm just giving you the answer of Ashraf's question. So Ashraf, you need to clear. Web
Okay.
application has three part, but
Mm-hmm.
the server part, when we create the server, the application, right? This is the main application.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
follow couple of strategies. Sometimes we follow monolithic, sometimes we follow microservices, sometimes we follow Amazon Lambda structure. Based on my company requirement, based on my what is this? The app money is a matter here, and also the scalable. If my application is scalable in future, scalable means application will be grow, millions of subscribers will be here, then we will actually go for different structure. And if my security is a huge main priority here, I will follow one of these structure like this. It depends on my requirement. So normally there is three strategy we follow to develop our application. One is monolithic. In monolithic, all our logic, all our program in isolated in the same server, in the same class as example. Now come to the microservices. In the microservices design, yeah. In the microservices design, what is missing here? You see, there is a boundary here. Everybody see? Tell me, Atik, yeah.
Yes, I can see the boundary there. I don't see the boundary here. I think which is I'm seeing in the picture. I think monolithic architecture is working together and microservice they working the program working individually. I believe. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you are partially right, because another thing, the database things. So in microservices architecture, app UI is a individual application, not a function. Here I said function, but here it is a individual application. Product catalog is individual application. Shopping cart is individual application. Inventory management is individual application. Order tracking is individual application. So in monolithic, we create one application, and inside application we put the logic, these 5 logics. And in microservices, we divide the logics as the application. That is the main difference. When Atik, answer me. When there is application, is a complete application. When application, we call something a application.
Because is
No,
application, is it within the boundary? That's
no,
application.
not boundary. I'm just asking simple question. I just covered those things. When we say something is a web application.
Application have a let's say browser have a server has a database.
Right, exactly. Application should have client application, client side, server side, and database. Look, this path, browser. Here is our client side application. Browser, then this app is totally application because it has database application and client side. Same thing here. Product catalog is a standalone application right now. Database, product, and browser. So in microservices, every component, every functionality we design as an application. It should have a client side, it should have a middleware application, and it should have database. And monolithic, we are just using one application, and inside one application, we put all the logics. So bad side of monolithic application, if one logic is failed, total application failed. Another thing, the management, the managing or maintenance of this type of application is really tough. And another, how the code is millions lines code of this program. So if you want to change something, if you want to modernize something, suppose if you want to modernize product catalog, then you can do it. But in microservices, I want to modernize app UI. I can use different technology. I can write it with React. I can write it with the JavaScript. Might be my shopping cart is still in Java program. It's not a problem. But here, if I want to modernize these things, or I want to change the technology, I can do it. I have to rewrite the whole application. This part clear?
Yes.
Because those are individual application, you can do whatever you want. And here,
Yeah, I understand.
okay. So the next thing is that is modern, and almost everywhere in every company, if you guys get job, you will get this type of architecture, microservices, and this architecture you will get. That is this type of architecture you will get. Forget about all those complex things. Just think about this is Asha, try to understand. You asked me, you need to understand the Lambda.
Is this a AWS
Lambda.
Lambda? Okay,
Yeah.
Lambda.
In the AWS, just I'm giving overview. In the AWS Lambda, same thing. Here is my browser. Here is my server, right? Server is called API gateway. What API gateway? Just think about server like this. This application is like this. That is my client.
I think a microservice is much better, right?
Yeah, but it depends. So UEC Lambda is so helpful. So here is client, here is server. I'm talking about the Lambda things here. And here was the database. It is the common architecture of web application.
I
All
don't
are
know for the sorry to interrupt you, Rohin. For some reason, my screen is completely blank. I can't see anything.
what about other people?
Yeah, we are good.
I think tell me when you are good.
You just change the screen because you finished it. the drawing which was you showing us.
No,
So
I was in here. I was in the other, yeah, like here. So you see what page?
I'm seeing the just completely black screen, nothing.
Is because other people are seeing.
Okay,
Yeah,
So
let
we
me
are
join
safe.
it again. I don't know what is the reason. Let me join it again.
okay, join again.
Yeah, log out and try to join again.
So you guys need a break. Take 5 minutes break then. Okay,
Please. Thank you.
no problem. If you pray, if you smoke, then do it. Are we good? Atik,
Yes, I'm good.
you're fine?
Yeah, I'm good now because I can see the all the drawing and everything.
Okay, fine then. Everybody joined?
Yep.
Okay. Ashraf is there? Wasim? I think they are still missing. Ashraf is there?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay. Wasim, you good?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the third way to create our server-side application. So it's called AWS Lambda. It is actually modern, and almost all company actually moving this technology, microservices, and this one based on financial side actually going for microservices, and beside microservices, other domain like any other companies, even healthcare, even multimedia, and other domain, right? Like any other companies, most of company who are developing their application currently, they actually prefer this one Lambda things, because it is actually cheaper than microservices strategy or monolithic. How? I'm telling you right now. So client, server, and database, always remember these things: client, server, DB. So we already see the microservices and monolithic things, but in the Lambda structure, client not directly hit the server. Client request goes to, is called here API gateway. API gateway means request, what I am saying, IP address, right? Something 1, 2, 3, something like that. It goes to here. Okay. So in microservices architecture, so it directly goes to application, directly hit the application, and this application is always up and running. Remember, up and running in the server, always up. So just hit the appropriate application like this in microservices. We already showed this one. So it's come to API gateway, and it goes to the appropriate application. Those application always up and running means those apps has a dedicated computer, dedicated server. Maybe it is in the Azure, it is in the AWS, whatever, or private data what is this data center. Those application always running. But in here in Lambda, the request come to API gateway. Then API gateway send the appropriate request to the appropriate function. You see this function, it is program. It is not a server. So whenever it comes to this function is not up and running. It is just computer code programming. So whenever this request is related to this function automatically execute and create a server, virtual server, install every required software and everything, then execute this function. And this function goes to the data. If it needs the data, take the data, send back this data, and you will get the response here based on your request. Whenever you get your response, this server, the virtual server automatically died. Done. That means your function is there, server is gone. This server is totally gone. That means you don't need to run your server 24 hours dedicatedly. This server you don't need to run dedicatedly. So what is the benefit here? So if you follow this architecture, is actually demand based. Whatever you need, just one second, guys. Yeah, it is demand based. One request come to here, API gateway, and API gateway actually mapping what function can handle these requests. Then Amazon automatically create a server for this function, and this function up and running, execute all those things, and whenever it return the data to you or a response to you, the server automatically destroyed. That means you don't need to maintain whole servers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 server. You don't need. You don't need to maintain server because server is costly. You have to maintain the server. You have to rent for the server. If you don't want to rent, you have to make the infrastructure in your facilities, in your system. That means you have to buy a server. You have to back up this server. You have to do lots of things. You have to hire people to maintain this server. So if you follow this structure, then you don't need to do anything. Just go to Amazon, license Amazon Lambda services, write your function or deploy your programming language. That means function here. Then if request come to your function, then Amazon automatically create a server. It's called C2 server. Install all required software here, and your function will be up and running in the server. When the server fulfill your purpose, this server already died. So Amazon only charge based on your server's utilization. Suppose one customer, suppose I request for something, it goes to AWS, then this server created and fulfill my purpose. This server run like 2 minutes. Amazon will charge me only for 2 minutes fee. So that means it's very cheap. You don't need to maintain anything. You don't need to hire anybody. You don't need to do anything. This on demand based server is created and server destroyed. You understand this logic?
Yes. Yes, yes.
That is the main difference between microservices. Microservices, you need dedicated server for every application, everything, every component or microservices, you need dedicated server. And server means very costly things, physical hardware, and you have to maintain it. And here you don't need to maintain anything. On demand, it will be created on the fly. And when purpose served, the server gone. This is called virtualization. Ashraf, you understand the structure?
So yeah, where is the AWS? API gateway is nothing but the AWS, right?
So AWS is a cloud. So in
Cloud, okay.
AWS, so you have to write your API endpoint. You will see these things later, like IP address. So it will hit the API. So if you go to that will be overloaded for other people. So if you go AWS, every company has their AWS account. So
Oh,
you got my
okay.
point.
Okay, I understand. So
Oh,
API gateway is the different programming interface, right?
exactly. Yep.
Okay. So
You
the
understand. So I'm
function,
not going to AWS right now. If I say
no,
this,
don't go to AWS
yeah,
right
it
now.
will be
I understand. I understand.
you got
Yeah,
it. You got
I
it.
got it. My question is the function, the program, function one is never going to be destroyed, right? The
No.
function one, this program create a server complete its task, then it will be automatically
Okay.
destroyed,
Yeah,
something like
Ashraf.
that.
The
Yeah,
function here, the function is simple program here. Just code is
program. Yeah, program is still exist.
yeah,
Program is not going to be
yeah,
delete.
yeah.
But the program create a virtual server, and virtual server send the
Yeah,
response
exactly.
for the request, and then after complete the task, then it will be automatically
That's right.
delete. Yeah.
automatically declared. So it is
Yeah, I understand.
just code. It is just code.
Yeah, so it is the function, the program is still is going to
It's
be
still there,
exist. Yeah, still there. Yeah.
but Amazon AWS don't actually doesn't.
Yeah, so AWS, it's gonna be AWS help the program to do this. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
AWS doesn't charge you any money until it is just function. Whenever it become a server, then AWS charges you money. So when it become a
Okay.
server, when request come, this
Yeah.
related task I need, then AWS automatically create a server for this function, and function is up and running inside this server, and this server fulfill all everything. Whenever it done, it automatically destroys the server. So that means you don't need
After that, function is gonna be exist, right?
function will be there. So
Will
I
be there.
can
Okay.
show you. I can show you. You will understand AWS.
Yeah. I understand. I understand.
If you go AWS, I forgot my access. Just a minute. Let's see. If I have, then I can show you. Because this type of topics we will finish later on. Don't worry.
Yeah, I understand, Twin. Thank you.
You understand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then let me sign in. If I can, then fine. Otherwise, I can show you right now. Maybe I can. Ah, shit. Enter code here. Give 1 second. I'll show you. 1 second. I should get a call. Okay, 48. 48. 9, 6. What the fuck? Okay. Things like this. So company manage all those things. Suppose you are working on Bank of America. This is Bank of America AWS. They maintain it. So in Bank of America's AWS gateway, API gateway, suppose API gateway here, they create all those API here, the endpoints, okay? And these endpoints are linked with Lambda, LAM, Lambda. So here, create a Lambda function. They create a Lambda function here. So create a function, let's see, num test. I will actually teach this things later, but just they create a Lambda function here, they write a program here, and in the API gateway, they write the endpoints. You understand?
Okay.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
the
Got
test
it.
is created. This
Yeah.
Lambda is created. So they just do one thing. In the API gateway and function, how they map it? They map it like this. They map it like this. So in API gateway, that is API gateway, and that is Lambda, 1 Lambda, 2 Lambda, 3 Lambda, like this. In the API gateway, they put the domain name, or suppose this is customer, customer. And from here in your browser or in your client side, you hit something like www something customer. So it hit to the customer endpoint API, and this function, one for customer, one for product, one for order. So whenever you hit the URL with the customer endpoint, it got the customer. We write the test. Here we write in the test, I think, in the Amazon, we write a test, right? So change it to customer to test here. I'm just putting test. Okay, another one, test. So change it test, and put one test here. Test. Shit. Okay. So whenever you hit test, www something dot test, it goes to here in API gateway. This is API gateway. API gateway. API gateway. Okay, API gateway. And API gateway, check the test. Where is your test? Test. There is a code. I write the code here. Hey, look, this is the code. You see the code automatically generated. We have to write all the logic here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever it's come to test, API gateway, call that function. Call that function, right? Test function.
Mhm.
Now API gateway call test function. Whenever API gateway call the test function, immediately Amazon create a function, create a server and run
Mhm.
this code inside this server. Clear?
Okay. Okay. Yes.
100% clear.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So whenever these things created and running, it will actually go to the database on whatever it needs. So get the data, all those logic fulfilled, goes back here. Then it will return everything through the API gateway to you. Whenever this task fulfill, these things, this server destroyed. That means the virtual server created for this task is gone, but this code will be here forever. You understand?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So other guys, Shomik, Washim, and Atik.
Yeah, I got it.
Shomik got it. Wasim?
Yeah, I'm on it. I just need to work more on it, so I'll get it later on.
Yeah,
But yeah,
watch the
I'll
video
install it
a
here.
couple
Okay,
of times. It will be clear
I,
and do some Google things also. And Atik.
okay, I got it, but I'm a bit confused. Maybe I'm more clarification about which is we learned in a monolithic architecture. There was a like application is working like browser, server, database.
Yeah.
There is no browser server. There is an application is going to the API toward to the API decided where it needs to go and is sending toward to the that function. So API and server, there's both different things.
No. API, just think about this. API is kind of the address of the server.
Okay.
Suppose here I told you, here I write test, I write API means what? I'm saying just you will now will be clear. So normally what we write is HTTP www sorry www amazon.com. What is this? It is the URL of Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the location of Amazon's endpoint, Amazon server. So Amazon server is there. So if we write like this order after the URL, whatever right is called the endpoint, right? That is the location of this is called API. This order is one API. Then if you write down customer as example, I'm giving is one API. If you write down, we already write down a test, right? If you write down test is one API. So API, sorry, test. So ES test. So this is the three. Just remember order, customer, and test. Okay. Now if we write this diagram for these three, the API things will be like this. The browser will be same all over the world. The browser is same, like Google Chrome. Okay. There is a microservices structure. I'm just showing a microservices, or think about it is Lambda things. So I write how many API? Three. One. That is a server. That is a computer program here. I'm showing the microservices structure right now. And we can actually compare it to the Lambda also. So is client, is order, is test, the location. So whenever you type this one from your browser, okay, I'm just showing you from the from the conceptual level. You have to understand this one. So if I type amazon.order.app, this is Amazon server and /order is the API. API is in the server. So here, sorry, it will be hitting here. Hitting order. You understand now?
Yes.
If I hit this one, suppose here in my browser, if I write it, then it will hit test, right?
Mm,
You got my point? So
Yes.
yes.
the a slash endpoint slash customer /order /test, those are the API name. API means one-on-one application. That conceptual level would be clear, I think, now. Got
Yes.
Yes.
everybody in the same page, right?
Yes.
So if you guys understand these things, I can jump in the real life right now. So I hope you guys understand the concept, how API works, how server works, how client call to the server and server response the request, right? So now close everything. I don't need these things. AWS, you guys need it because AWS like this. So all those programs, all those functions we write here in the Lambda with different name, and in API gateway, we create actually these endpoints, and in the program we write how to hit the API. Then API gateway he map the exact Lambda and Lambda executed. So let me close the one. I don't need it. Close those things, everything. Now we can go to the main concept because I think conceptually we are fine. So for this example, so far what we see, I create a application for you guys. So let me go there. Just let me run it. Ashraf, are you there? You need it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I think communication is fine. IntelliJ, everybody has IntelliJ, right? So far?
Yes.
And Atik, you have also, Shomik said.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Shomik helped me the other day. We downloaded everything.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. So in IntelliJ, let me run a program. I just created a microservices application. So now everybody will be clear. So let me open it. Where it put? Maybe somewhere. Okay, project. My projects. It should be here. Microservices, yeah. Then, yeah, there you go. So I write a program. You don't need to understand the code because still now we are at the developing phase. So we're learning how to validate these things, right? So here is a program. So I am just giving the brief of the, briefly what program does. Then it will be easy to me to show you guys. So this is a very simple microservices program I wrote. So what this program does, here is a client side. Here is a client side. I'll run it. And in the client side, you have to provide your name. You are following me? Your name, your age, and educational, your experience. As example, experience. Shomik, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So you have to provide your name. You have to provide your age, like 1 or 2, and your educational experience, like 2 or whatever. Just these two are number. Age of 10, I put 10. And this is your experience, and this is your name. So these three information you have to provide from your client. Now, the logic is, if your age and experience is greater than 40, then you are approved. If this two, the value is greater than 40, you are approved. And if it is below 40, you will disapprove. So how it decided? Because client doesn't do anything. Client provide the data. So whenever client provided those data, it goes to the server. This is the server. And server calculate decision. Server calculate this age and experience is greater than 10 or not. Age plus experience is greater than, 40 or something. I will forget. Yeah, greater than 40 or not. If it is 40, greater than 40, it will return approved. Approved. If it is less than 40, it will provide disapproved. Clear? The logic of the application, very simple.
Yes.
Very simple, like a plain application I write so that you guys understand. This is the application we are actually going to actually what is this? Going to see. This application does nothing but take three data: name, age, experience, and your age and experience is greater than 40. It actually approved you. Just give a approved message. If it is small than 40, less than 40, it will actually tell you you are disapproved. This is the thing, and at the end, it will store all the data. Whatever data you are providing here, your name, age, experience, and disapprove and approve, all data will be storing in the database. So everybody understand the program logic, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now run this. Run this program. So this is a microservices program. I'm just giving a little flavor why I'm saying it is a microservices. Look, in this program, I write it using Spring Boot, and here API gateway in one microservices, approval service is one microservices, is complete program, and decision service is totally individual program, and EY also. EY is here. So normally this application is a structure like this. That is overview, and this application structure is here, UI, then API gateway, that is inside server, API gateway. Then this is actually completely that is separate network, and that is separate network why I tell you. And there is a two microservices, approval service and decision service. So A service, one is microservice, and decision service. And this is connected with DB. And this is connected with DB. And API gateway is another API, but it's control the flow. Whenever it gets the request, it actually decide. It is a kind of main gate. It is giving to it. It is giving to it like this. So how to open it? Because I will give this application to you guys, so you have to open it first. Okay, so run the UI first. If I run is saying UI is this. This is what? Location. So UI is in the location we are saying. So if I try to run it, UI, you will see it will be not run. Why? Tell me why. Tell me, everybody. It is today's concept and based on your experience too, because everybody has computer, access, and you guys always, use.
Because there is no URL.
You said there is no URL. Wasim? Is very frankly, I don't need just any answer is acceptable.
Yeah, because it don't have any URL.
Shomik?
This is the website, is not application.
Okay. And Shomik?
I didn't see it. Sorry, I was looking at other things. What you were asking? Like the only reason it could be, what is it?
I'm just you understand before what I said? What is this? Did you follow
So
things?
no, I was looking at some. Sorry, I was looking at other things.
Then you don't need to answer, is fine. So I'm saying I just put the URL here
Yeah.
and put it here. I didn't
Mhm.
say anything. Why?
Because it doesn't have a server, I guess.
Because yeah, it doesn't have server. It's true. It is not running, right? So I
Yeah.
need to because in the program you see UI, and here in the diagram I also said this UI here it is hitting the server. So we didn't create any server. So we have to create this server, this server, this server, this server. We need to create it. So how to create it? Go to, just don't need to understand you guys. We'll go through this. So I am just running 1, 2, and 3 server through the Docker command. So it will be creating a server for me in Docker server.
Virtually creating, right?
Yeah, virtually creating. Like this.
Okay.
In the program, suppose I write here, if you go to the Docker file, so it is saying everything.
So this is not AWS Lambda. This is a microservice, right?
Microservices, yeah.
Okay.
Then run it. It is creating all the servers. You see here, it's create API gateway. That is a server. Okay, fine. API gateway means it created that one. Now it will be
It is creating a individual server application,
all
right?
are Docker. It is creating like here, in my machine, in my computer. It is creating just a minute. It is creating one server for API gateway, complete server. It is a virtual computer. It will create one server for decision, one server.
Decision and another one UI.
One is approval, one is approval.
So the
One is
microservice,
UI. Just a minute.
yeah, what
One is
we
UI.
have learned,
One is UI.
the application server independently.
Yeah. So you see API gateway is created. That means this one is created in my machine. How can I see it? I will show you. API gateway, there should be URL.
I think now ev- the UI.
You want to see it? Okay, now check
Yeah,
the UI is working or not.
yeah. UI is working or not? Yeah,
UI is working. So what do you think? You should be working now?
yeah, because the server created has been created. Yeah, and if it's complete, then should.
API is still not working.
API.
That is the reason.
Not,
That is the reason. Okay. So
okay, okay.
let me run all those things. So now create the decision and approval one.
So, it's the microservice, the one application server. If change that only the same server we have to work, but it doesn't yeah, impact with other, right?
No, no.
Okay,
Right,
okay.
exactly. You understand. If
Yeah.
API, if we approval service failed, decision service
Mhm.
is up and running. API get
Yeah, up and running. Okay, okay.
and UI because you didn't see
Mhm,
UI because I need to create the
mhm,
UI
mhm,
log, UI machine fast.
mhm,
Virtual machine.
mhm,
This UI is there. All are running
mhm,
individual server.
mhm,
Now all are running in individual server. So
mhm.
that's the thing I'm creating now.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, those are okay, fine. So approval API gateway is good. Approval service is up and running, and decision service is up and running. And also my database also running. Oh my God, machine is so slow now. Yeah, machine will be slow because servers are running. Okay, okay, give me 1 second. Okay, guys, I need to. Yeah, I thought because lots of Docker container is running in my computer right now. Let me close some application. It will be make it faster. Zoom, I need it. Let me close it. I don't need it. I don't need to save. Actually, delete it. Then I don't need VS Code. I don't need my Office one. Let me close it. Yeah, it will be fast, maybe. Okay, so my server is up and running. So how can I see the server is up and running? I told you. So every server has its IP address. Suppose API gateway, then decision making and approval, all has the IP address, IP, IP. So if you go there, you will see all are running. That means all IP address will be there. Yeah, I put those IP address, the API gateway IP address. If you hit the API gateway, suppose here, if you see API is running, it is
Yeah, IP running.
username and password because it doesn't have any front end, that's why, right? It is up and running. So
Mhm.
if you hit the approval service, that is Atik questions. You see the Atik, the after the localhost, this is Amazon.com. After that, whatever you write, it is the API endpoint.
Yes.
So if we copy this and if we run it in different browser, you see it is also running. It is asking for username and password, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
all servers are running. If you take it and if you open it and if you put it here, the approval service decision, all are up and running. That means if you go to the diagram, this one, three services, microservices. You put it here,
Up and running.
up and running. Good. So now what I need, my UI, I need to access the server. But without UI, I can access this server. If I put the password and username, I can access the server. But that is just data. You will not understand anything. So now UI, I need a server for UI where UI can run. Then this server can talk to this server because server can talk to server like this. So even if I hit it now, the UI thinks it will be not working because UI is not in the server. So you guys give me the answer, even Shomik also there, that is not in the server. Is 50% right, 50% wrong? Because you should have said the UI is not in the server, number one thing. Look, It's still not working because UI is not in the server. So now you have to create a server for UI, means machine. So how to do it? There is a command where. Yeah, here. Run UI. You have to go actually, I think inside UI. Yeah, you have to go to seed UI. Then you have to run npmi. Okay. Then npm run dev. That means now one server is created and the IP address, the location of this server is this one. So now if you go here and if you paste here, UI will be working. You see? You saw, right? The UI. So
Yeah.
behind the scene, what is happening? Can you tell me? I'm not now. I am not. I will be not writing. You guys tell me. I will be right. Just tell me what is happening now in the application. If I go here, where is my application? Oh, it's gone. Yeah. So approval checker is the name. Yeah, here my all application is up and running. How many servers are running? One by one. How many? How many?
Three servers are running.
Anybody? You said 3 servers are running. Let me check. One, two, three, four. Only 4?
One is the application gateway, right?
Exactly. Hey, look.
Okay.
Everything is there. The IP
Uh-huh.
address and everything. One is API gateway. One is approval service. One is decision service. And one is database.
Database server. Okay.
Right? And the UI
Yeah.
is really not running in the server. UI is running in the local host, but it has to configure. It's actually configured, right?
Okay.
So database, decision service, approval service, and API gateway. That means here
Four server.
running.
4 servers are running. Yeah.
So
So
that means UI is in my local host right now. That is UI, and these 4 server are running here individually in the Docker container. One is approval, one is decision making, and one is API gateway. API gateway is in the front actually.
okay.
Yeah,
API gateway. Okay.
that is UI. And
Uh-huh.
another server is running, and it is
Database.
like DB.
So database is one server or the 2 servers?
One server. Yeah,
Okay.
one server. Now, if you go to the application, what I'm saying that application take your name. Your name is Ashraf. 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 Is suppose I put what 40 as example. Then total years of education experience I put like 20. Sorry.
20.
Okay,
2.
20 is fine. So if it is greater than 40, then it will be actually saying you are approved. Okay, check it. Congratulations, Ashraf, you are approved, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we take different thing like another one, A, B, C, name is like 10, education expense is 7, you are not approved, right?
Yeah.
So very simple logic, very simple things. We actually did couple of things here. So one thing, I'm not teaching you program today, so I'm teaching you the architect. So I should have in architect level. Okay, so now tell me one thing. And okay, these things also in the approval history, if you go, these things coming through the database, right?
Yeah.
I want to see the important thing here. Okay, so now if you go to the inspect, you will see how this 4 component is talking to each other. Here, they are talking each other, you will see now. Like network, go to network. Okay. Put your name again. I'm putting, now show me. Put 40. Put like 15. It should be approved. And guys, see here what is happening here.
Mhm.
I just checked approved. Look what happened here. He is congratulated because he got the pass, right? The logic
Mhm.
is greater than 40.
40.
So the approved API called. So go to approved. You see my UI, that is my UI talk to the approved API. Look, the UI actually got response from the approved API. This is API. How actually in real life they are talking like this. Approved API. But before approved API, my UI has to talk to gateway and
Gateway and decision.
gateway talk to here. But I got the response from the approved. It's not a problem because the final result actually give approved API and they also can talk each other. There are internal URL, they can talk each other. I'll show you right now. So you see the decision things. So my UI actually requests the data, this data provided to approval API, and approval API give 200. 200 means everything is fine. And response, what approval API returned to my UI is here in the response. If you go to response, you will see the raw data. ID 16, name Shomik, is 40, total years of experience 15. Look, these things. These things I send to
Mhm.
the server, and server return the additional 2 field. Decision approved and the created at these things. So server give me this message and these message later updated here. You got my point. These approved things.
So all the server talk each other, right?
Right.
Communicate each other, right?
Right. So if you want to see this, how they are talking each other. So now everything is up and running. So as an example, let me kill one server. Let me kill one of these. Let me kill this one. Okay. Let me kill decision making.
Decision making, okay.
One server I want to kill. Like here, all servers are working. UI is fine. And here, all servers are working. And they can talk each other. 3 servers. As example, 3 servers and database. That is 3 servers. Let me kill one of these. Let me kill decision. That is decision. Kill it. Let's see what happens. So if you kill it, you forgot the comment. Okay, let me figure it out. Okay, go to Docker. I said decision I kill, right? So comment will be like this: Docker rn or stop is fine. Stop stop decision service. Okay, now yeah, decision service is out from here, right? You see, decision
Yeah.
is not running. Let me check now. Go to approval, run it. Okay, because it will be running because it is in the server right now, and API gateway is also there. So it has no problem. In the microservices, every full system will be not collapse if one microservice. Yeah, that is the example. One microservices I killed, but all my other services are working. Like
Working. Okay.
you got
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this is working. Everything is working except that.
Okay.
You see, you see,
Okay. This is I think the benefit for
of
the
microservices.
maintenance.
You see,
Maintenance benefit.
yeah, this server is still up and running. So only decision, which one I killed? Only decision server I killed. Okay.
Okay. If you now,
So now, hold on.
now,
Hold on.
yeah,
Now,
send the post request.
yeah, now put your name. Now 40, now 20. Let's try that one.
Hmm.
It is working. Why? I think I need to remove it. The server is also functional there. That's why it's working. It's just stopped, but I think it's working. But normally what should happen? It should, okay, so let me kill other one. The approval one. Let's see approval one.
Yeah.
Let's kill approval one and remove it. Or maybe in the cache. Okay, let's see. You see?
Yeah.
You got my point, guys.
Yeah.
500,
Request failed.
500 means server is down.
Server is down. Okay.
If you search in Google, yeah, 500 status, what does mean 500 or 500 status?
Server down. I think the post
Yeah.
status code.
500 status code means if you go to Google, the 500 status code also is internal server error. You see?
Internal server error. Yeah.
When server is down, we always get
Mm-hmm.
500 error. So
Mm-hmm.
you go to the
But
application.
other two server has been running, but one server
But
two server is good. But once I send some request, it's all the servers are communicate each other,
yeah, look,
and yeah.
Ashraf, look, these four server, two are down,
Mm-hmm.
approval and decision service, because it is a microservices structure, right? Two are
Mm-hmm.
running. So that's why my UI is also fine. It is working, right?
Yeah, other three server are working.
Yeah, even if you see the gateway is fine. This server is also working, gateway, because I didn't kill the gateway server.
Mm-hmm.
Gateway server is fine. Gateway server is still up and running, right? API gateway. And database also up and running. So here, here I get the error because my server is down. If you want to check it, you can check it. Impact. Okay, refresh it. Today's class will be, I know, the conceptual and load huge, but we need it. We need it, and day by day it will be clear because it's so important. Who are working, they actually knows how important it is. So look, here, just focus on it here. I just put network. Okay, I put a name. I put 24. I put here 34.
So the approval server has been down.
Yeah,
and
because
this server did not impact the other servers.
right, and this request goes to approval server, but approval server is not working, is down. So look, it send the request to the approval server. This data is sent to approval server, but approval server is down. It's saying 500 internal server error, right?
Yeah.
And if you go to response, you will see
Yeah.
what? If we see, look, Atik, you asked me the path. You see, this is the API path. Approval.
Endpoint.
Yeah, endpoint. And it's written 500. That's why it's not working. You
Mm-hmm.
got my point?
Yeah. So decision server communicate with the approval server, and approval server was down. That's why it's
Okay.
shut there.
Now run the server again. What will happen? It will be up and running, right? Common sense.
Yeah.
It's common sense. Okay, I'm not going so far today. I think
So
this
I
is
think microservice is only the benefit of maintenance.
not maintenance.
So also faster,
Maintenance is one of biggest one, and another one.
faster,
No,
faster.
not faster. Also faster. Yeah, is of course. Then another thing, just think like this. Microservice is very important. Suppose you have three server, like
Right.
approval, you have decision, you have another
Uh,
one. Yeah.
Another. Okay.
Yeah. So this one getting huge traffic, and then
Traffic.
millions.
User. Okay.
So
Response.
you need to scalable. You need different technology. You need different maintenance, different code for this one,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
This one is normal, and this one actually very secure. You don't need to define maintenance for this one, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, you need microservices structure because you have to treat different logic, different server is different way. Like my decision making take lots of user response, right? So I
Mhm.
have to handle it. I have to handle it like a scalable framework. And my
Yeah.
other server is very confidential security, but it is not that level of scalable. Don't need that. I don't need to
Mhm.
put it in the cloud. I can put it in my in-house data center. Kind of.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if it is down, that doesn't mean my whole application is down. That it will, my application user will see my application is up and running, but they will get the error message. That is different case. And
Different case.
in the monolithic, if this function down, there is no server, this function down, people can't access this application. They will not see anything. They will see the blank page or something.
Yeah. All the server has been down. Yeah.
Okay.
Not will not be working.
Yeah. So guys, I think today we actually go for lots of things. So
Yeah.
better
Okay.
to stop here, and I want to hear for everyone. So how do you feel? How much you guys learn? Because it is important how much you can grab. Ashraf, I know you, so you understood. So Washing, you were good.
Yes, I'm good. And if possible, please, Rada, please give us the topic names so we can just do our research on that during this week.
Microservices,
Microservices, okay.
Java microservices. Then
Java microservices.
Shomik,
Yeah, I'm good.
good. Atik.
Good too. Thank you.
Okay, now there is a homework I'm giving. Just go through the microservices, Java microservices, API, couple of topics, write it down. API, I'm just okay, API and microservices. These two things are fine. Everybody go for this. And the website I give you, that is your actually textbook. You guys go play with this, right? Java and other stuff. We will actually cover those things in upcoming weeks. But in the meantime, your homework is Java microservices. Don't need to understand how to create it. Just need to understand how it works. Okay?
How it works,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. And how it builds, kind of things. Just okay, high level stuff.
I got you.
Okay, guys?
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Dunbai.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye. Yeah. Take care.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Mm.